Hey everyone, it's time for another Pathfinder adventure scenario. This is scenario 1.2, still on level 1. I decided to go for the dexterity skill feat, and as you recall, last adventure I got that ally Idori, who was pretty cool. So, moving on, advancing the Blessings deck. The first card we have here is a Bone Crusher Hunter. Okay, so difficulty to defeat is increased by 1 since this is level 1. In my hand I have a flame staff for your combat check, recharges card, discard a spell. Sure, I'll do it. So I get to recharge, instead of discarding, I can recharge it. So I'm just going to recharge both of these spells, or actually the staff and the spell. Rolling all that. My arcane is +2, so 10, 11, 12, +2 is 14. Very good. So it says I'm at the Oasis, so nothing going on. Well, if something happens with acid check, gotta check that out. Okay, resetting my hand, advancing the Blessings deck, and let's see what we got. Okay, so we get Fire Ward Gel. Pretty nifty. Intelligence crafts check. Let's see what happens. Okay, my intelligence is 5, so I do acquire that item. Nifty. Let's see. I have in my hand a Tome Raider. I'm going to go ahead and discard the Tome Raider to explore my location. Okay, and we get the Toxic Geyser. So this does have the acid trait, so I'll have to watch out with the Oasis. I'll have to re-roll the result. Okay, looking at what I got here. So it's the difficulty of this check is increased by twice the scenario level. So that means I'm going to have a 2. So it's going to be 5, 6, 7 in order to defeat. So dexterity, okay, I have the burglar's bracers, but that's not going to help. It's only for craft to disable. Okay, the only thing I got is the blessing of the elements. I'm going to recharge that, and it's going to allow me to roll 2d6. Alright, let's hope for the best here. So 4, 5, 6. I needed a 7, but I can use Ahmotep's special ability, and I can recharge a card, or actually discard a card. Or no, I went with the recharge, because I did for the power feat, I chose the recharge card option. I sure did. Okay, so I'm going to recharge the Fire Ward Gel, which I just got. Recharging that allows me to defeat this barrier. But then it says here, when you would succeed a check to defeat a Bane, I have to re-roll the dice. So, re-rolling the dice here, I don't need to recharge that card per se. Re-rolling the dice. Wow, so I rolled a 3 and a 1 is a 4. So I needed a total of, let's put that back. I need a total of actually, I need 7. Now I got a total of 4. So that's not looking good. Because what's going to happen is that I'm now, even if I recharge a card, 3, 4, 5, 6, I'm only going to get a 6. So that means that I do not banish this barrier. It's still here. Okay, if undefeated, roll the number of d6s equal to the scenario's adventure deck number, which is 1. Plus 1. So I have to roll 2 dice. Okay, so I rolled a 2 and a 6, which means I have to take 2 fire damage, and then I have to take 2 poison damage. That's crazy. So let's see, I have the Fire Ward Gel. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to banish that so that I don't have to take any damage. So banishing the Fire Ward Gel. The poison damage, that is trouble, because I have no way to get rid of the poison damage, which really is a problem. Okay, I'm going to take 2 points of damage, and then I gain the Curse of Poisoning. Dun, dun, dun. So Toxic Geyser gets added back into the location deck. I have to shuffle that back in. I get this Curse of Poisoning. Not too happy about that. Okay, rolling just that for my location deck shuffle. Okay, so resetting my hand. I get 6 new cards. Thanks to the Curse of Poisoning, I'm going to have to recharge a Blessing of the Elements. Alright, that's all done. Advancing the Blessings deck. Let's see what we get. Hey, and it's back. The Toxic Geyser. Yay. Okay, Dexterity. I have a Wings of Horus. I can re-roll that, or recharge the Wings of Horus to do 2d6. So 3, 4, 5. So 3, 4, 5. So I can 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can recharge the card. So I'm going to recharge a card. I guess I have to recharge the card. So I defeat the Bane. But then this says that I have to now re-roll the dice. Okay, and I defeated it this time. No need to recharge a card. Thank goodness. The Toxic Geyser finally passed that barrier. Resetting my hand. La 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 la. Okay. Recharging a card due to poisoning. I have to recharge my Unshakable Chill spell. Advancing the Blessings deck. And let's see what we get. Okay, we get an Emperor Cobra. No acid here. Don't have to worry about that. Check to defeat combat 8. I got the Explorer staff. So strength and melee skill plus 1d6. I think that's going to be more than enough. So let's see. I should see. Ahmotep has this cool ability where she can add the fire trait. I might do that for next time, because that would help out against this creature. But as it is, I'm just going to go ahead and roll these 2 dice. I think I'm going to be fine. So, and I am. Okay, the Emperor Cobra has been defeated. Banished. Resetting my hand. Going to do poisoning. See what happens. So 5, I have to recharge my Immolate spell. Ouch. Not too happy about that. Recharging, or resetting, advancing the Blessings deck. Getting our terminology straight. Okay, we have a Blessing of the Ancients. Divine. I don't have Divine. So we're going to have to roll my d4. So I rolled a 3. So that's cool. So I get a Blessing of the Ancients. I will put that in my hand. Let's see, what do we got coming up here? So I already defeated both of the monsters. And I think what I'd like to do, I'm going to actually go ahead and use the Blessing of the... No, I don't want to use the Blessing of the Ancients, because I have to examine the top card of the location deck. Well, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm using the Blessing of the Ancients to examine this card. Okay, so I examined it, and now I can go ahead and explore. And it was, since Blessing of the Ancients is in the Blessings discard pile, I can recharge that card. Okay, now encountering a Blessing of Abdar. Dexterity. Yeah, I'll just do a straight up dexterity check here. And I got it. Oh no, I didn't. Needed a 6, I got a 5. I could modify my die roll. It is a pretty awesome spell. You know, I'm going to do it. I'm going to recharge the Explorer's staff so that I get the Blessing of Abdar. Adding that to my hand. I have Idori here, who is going to say... Okay, I'm going to use Idori. So, there she is. I'm using her discard to explore your location and add 2d4 to combat checks. Let's do it. Okay, it's no combat. So, Wisdom Survival 7. That's never going to happen. My wisdom is d6. I was thinking of increasing her wisdom, Ahmotep's wisdom, but it's just dexterity. Okay, so this card is banished. That mangy mutt animal does not want anything to do with me. Resetting my hand. Checking for poisoning. Wow, poisoning says I have to get rid of the acid jet spell. Man, not good. Okay, so no spells in my hand. Advancing the Blessings deck. What to do? I guess I'll just continue exploring. Let's see what happens. Okay, we get the knock spell. Intelligence Arcane. Not really too keen on this spell. Just going to roll a straight up intelligence check. Nope, do not get this. So knock gets banished. I am going to reset my hand. I'm going to... I'm going to actually discard the Blessing of Abdar. Don't think I'm going to need it. And I'm going to, before I reset my hand, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bury the Scarab Buckler because I want to do its kind of healing trait. I'm going to get 5 cards back from my discard pile. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so all my cards go back into my hand, which is cool because I get the Dory back. So I just wanted to do that Scarab Buckler effect before I reset my hand. Now I'm resetting my hand. And, wow, so, but, okay, I get my Immolate spell back. Very cool, very cool. Now I have to check for poisoning. So 5, a Flame Staff. There. Okay, advancing the Blessings deck. Okay, we get the villain. So if I defeat this villain, the location is closed. So let's see, looking at my hand, I do have a Blessing of Ra. So I could go ahead and just do straight up 2d10 for the intelligence. Or combat 24. I'm just going to go ahead and do combat 24 because what I have is I have an Immolate spell, which is my arcane plus 2d4. Then what I have is I have in my hand the Twin Serpent Quarterstaff. So I can reveal this card and discard a card that has the Nephthys trait or a spell. Actually, you know what? I can't do that. So let's see. What I can do is Ahmotep has that special power where I can recharge a card that has a staff trait to add 1d8 to my combat check. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm adding 1d8. And then I also have the Blessing of Ra, which I'm going to discard in order to roll an additional d10. Okay, so I get a lot of dice here. Let's go ahead and see if I get 24. Okay, so I get 5. That was a 15. Okay, and I get 8. So I already got 18. 23, 23, and 4, 5, 6. Yeah, way over the combat 24. I get to add the +2 because of my arcane, which is arcane +2. So as you can see, final tally 29. Okay, 29. So we defeated the Volatile Sentinel. I thought that'd be a little bit more of a challenge. Okay, so Volatile Sentinel is gone. Location is closed. So what we're going to do now is it's time for the rewards. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at Ahmotep's deck really quick. So the Curse of Poisoning is gone. No longer have to worry about that. Okay, let's see what she's got here. So dun 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 dun. Do do do. Okay, dun dun dun. Spell, blessing, item. That's weapon. Item. Dun dun dun. So this is the current state of Ahmotep's deck. She had the Scarab Buckler, which she blew up, or I should say, she buried. Okay, so now the reward for this scenario, okay, is the Tablet of Lost Languages. Okay, so I get the Tablet of Lost Languages. I'll just go ahead and show you what that is. So the reward for this scenario was this piece of loot. So it says basically charisma or diplomacy check. I can add a +2. Or, you know, I mean, it's kind of okay. I don't really know if I'm going to need it. What, did I acquire any new loot? Yeah, so I acquired the Blessing of the Ancients. So what I can do is I can go right ahead, and I can go ahead and, with the merchant, I can trade the Blessing of the Ancients and the tablet for a new spell. So let's go ahead and do it. Let's go see what kind of spells. We are visiting this trader. we're gonna meet old Haddon Hoppert. Alright, let me go do a random, what kind of spells we can get. So it's gonna be that one. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this merchant is offering a cure spell and a good omen. Wow. So those spells are not very interesting. I don't think Ahmotep is going to need them. So what I'm going to do is I'll tell the merchant thank you so much, but no thank you. I'm going to figure out which cards I'm going to keep for the next scenario, and I'll set that up. Alright, well, thanks for watching. I'll have a new scenario up shortly. Alright, bye.